Hello and welcome. In this video we can talk about how to have unlimited motivation and get whatever you want done right now. How to be productive, not be and succumb to procrastination, and use it to achieve your dreams, your goals, and get whatever it is you want right now, whether that's relationships, some sort of business goal or a fitness goal. How to stay motivated all the time and have unlimited discipline, and we're going to go into it in the next part of the video. So you see there's 3 levels of motivation and discipline, and 3 ways to get things done, and it depends what level you're at, but what you're going to resonate with. So at the start, when you really need to just take that action, that's when you need motivation. That's when you need some inspirational video to get you out of bed and to get you started. However, it's important to know that this is only the first part, and this is how to just get you started and nothing more than that. That inspirational video will last out. It's temporary motivation to get it done, and once you do that, and once you've started the path, that's when you move on to the next few levels of motivation, the next levels of getting things done. You see, the second part is actually discipline, because once you've had that initial motivation using some sort of motivational video, maybe some videos on my channel, or maybe just watching your favorite guy or girl on Instagram and being inspired, having that initial surge of motivation, that's great. And you can even train that and make it a habit. So you watch YouTube videos that motivate you daily, and you'll get that initial motivation, you'll be able to get things done and start your journey. However, how do you stay disciplined in the long run? That's the second stage, is staying disciplined, because whatever you do for a long period of time, which you can't do with that initial surge of motivation, whatever you do consistently is when you get real results. This is why it's so important to make something consistent. This is why it's so important to develop habits and discipline. And the second stage is all about habits. You see, what we do daily, what we do hourly, really decides where we'll be in a month, 6 months, or a year, or even 3 years. You see, having these type of habits, whether it's some sort of workout routine, whether it's, the habit of just not stuffing your face with chocolate, instead working on your goals. Getting to this discipline thing where it doesn't matter how you feel, it's instead matters, I'm just going to get it done because I've said it, I've promised myself, I've made this commitment. And that is the difference between level 1 and level 2, it's that commitment. I'm committing to not just have that initial motivation, not just have that initial feeling of getting things done. I'm going to get things done in the long run. And the way you may motivate yourself for this might be in more of fear and anger. Be scared to make yourself disciplined, say that even if you're not feeling it, well, if I don't do this, I'm going to fail. If I don't do this, I'm going to be a loser. This kind of motivation is much more, it could be considered negative, but it's important for where you're at. It's important to get from that initial motivation of, using YouTube videos, to getting that initial motivation, to getting to discipline and motivating yourself perhaps out of fear or anger, and using that almost habitual, using the power of habits to make it a daily practice. Now, what's the third level? Third level is where you make it easy. Because in these other levels, there's resistance. We're pushing through. We're using motivation to give us that initial energy, or we're using habits to push through despite how we feel. But third level of motivation, the third way to get anything done and actually have it be easy, and 10 times easier at that, is to get rid of the resistance altogether. That voice that is making you procrastinate or telling you you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that. That is what we want to get rid of, and through the power of letting go. You see, there was a job I used to have, and this was before I started my business, but it was also when I was still getting into this stuff, into meditation, letting go. And at first it was super painful. I'd go through the 6-hour days and it would be so painful, and I'd have no energy afterwards, which meant that I couldn't film my videos, which meant that I couldn't actually get stuff done, which meant I couldn't start my own business. However, when I started letting go of resistance, suddenly I was able to do a 6-hour shift, walk all the way back home, grab my camera and go out straight for another video, because I was energized. Because while the work had been somewhat tiresome, it still given me energy because I was in that present state. I'd let go of resistance. I wasn't in there waiting for it to end. I was trying to enjoy it, take the small things of enjoyment, and suddenly I had 10 times more energy for when I had actual things I wanted to do. And how do you do this? How do you practically let go of resistance? Well, the small things is almost go into meditation. When I'm doing work, perhaps it's something very mundane or boring, maybe a Saturday job or something that's kind of mundane, maybe you're just like doing the same task over and over again. Well, for me, it was simply, I stopped resisting those small tasks. I stopped trying to think my way out of it, trying to almost watch a movie in my head where I did something boring. Instead, I paid attention to my own breath. I would actually do the small things very, very delicately. I would take almost religious care in it, and each one as it came, and I was only in the now. And when I was super extremely present and I'd let go of resistance to a present moment, whether that was during work or during my hobby, which has now actually become my own business, or maybe it's going out and meeting people, by reducing that resistance, suddenly you don't have to push yourself or force yourself or use habits or discipline to get stuff done. It just comes automatically. You get to a point where the difference between work and play is very, very minimal, because you don't have to be consistently in entertainment to be happy. Often we have this idea that we have to be playing, this idea of entertainment or watching TV or to relax, but we can't relax when we're working, we can't enjoy our work, we can't enjoy what we're actually doing right now, engaging in life. Now when we have that down, when we reduce that resistance, suddenly we'll be able to be incredibly productive, have incredible energy, and people will ask you how you did it. Now if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to be doing lots of content very, very similar to this, so stay put and I'll see you in the next one.